Hi guys, welcome back to Visa Preps. It's Excel with Emmy. Give me 1 second. I've been trying to figure out my camera, and that's how come I'm late. And it's connected, but for some reason, it's still showing this camera. So give me a second, and then we can start. Here we go. All right, I didn't want to join and then waste so much time. So if you have started, if you are here and you are ready to prep, we can go ahead. I'm dropping the link to StreamYard. You can just join and then we'll start. All right, so let me do my introduction. Hi, hello guys. Hi everybody. This is Excel with Emmy. On this channel, we talk about career, education, and lifestyle. If these are subjects that are of interest to you, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on notification for this channel. Let's cruise together. And so today we are doing visa preps. If you are going for spring semester and you have your interview, you can join the link I just shared on the comment section, and then we can I see that Juliana is trying to join, but I can't admit it because it says device is not connected. So if anybody else is ready, we can do the prep. If nobody else is ready, we can go through the 214B. I'm pulling it up. So the 214B is a document that you are given when your visa is denied, right? If your visa is denied, you are given a paper and it's basically elaborates how or why your visa was denied. And so I'm going to look at some of the reasons why your visa has been denied. Has been accepted. So an applicant for F1 visa must demonstrate that the applicant, one, has been accepted as to a DHS approved institution as evidenced by presentation of Form I-20. And so if okay, I think Juliana is here now. I'll add Isaac to the stage. So what we are going to do is that I'll interview Juliana, and then Juliana will interview Isaac, and then I'll give you any comments, or if there is any question I think we can ask Isaac, then we can go on. Hi Juliana, how are you doing?
Hi, good evening. I'm fine. Yourself?
I'm good. So are you ready to start?
Yes, please.
Okay. Um, Juliana, tell me about your funding. Who is funding your studies?
Okay. I have been awarded a scholarship of 32,756 US dollars, and the remaining deficit will be covered by my uncle in the person of Mr. Courage Agbo, a successful businessman and the CEO of Autoline Diagnostics. He's into importation and selling of cars, car parts and maintenance service. He has been in the business for the past 15 years, and he earns an annual income of 150,000 US dollars and a monthly income of 12,500 US dollars. He is sponsoring me because I came out as one of the best students.
Juliana, how much did you say your deficit is?
17,000 US dollars.
Okay. Juliana, tell me about the program you are going to study.
Okay, computer and information science with concentration in health informatics is a 4 years bachelor's degree, and it involves 120 credit hours for the 4 years. That is 30 credit hours annually. Some of the courses I'll be taking in my first semester is principles of computer science, data modeling, medical language. I'll also be doing internship and project work as part of the course outline.
All right. Juliana, why this program?
I was inspired to pursue the I was inspired to pursue computer information science with concentration in health informatics because of the high demand in advanced medical technology at New Crystal Hospital, where I currently work as a midwife in charge of antenatal and postnatal clinic, and I also serve as a facilitator for the pregnancy school. Because of the lack of advanced medical technologies, we are not able to manage and store medical data, centralize and digitalize healthcare record systems and processes. And this makes the healthcare delivery very poor in the hospital. Pursuing this program will give me the needed knowledge and hands-on skills in computer software and hardware, computerized medical device, electronic record storage, And this, upon return, will help me develop new medical technologies that will store and manage data, standardize diagnostic information, centralize and digitalize healthcare records, systems, and
Okay,
processes.
medical technology such as.
Um, Such as an
So I'm
app.
asking, yeah. So I'm asking because we want, like, why I'm asking you why this program, because I want to see why you are actually studying the program, and you always have the opportunity to tie it back to your home country, right? So why this program? Pursuing this program because this is the problem that I found in this place, right? And I'm going to pursue this degree to help me come solve this problem with this specific solution. Even though as at the time that you come back, this solution might have changed, as of now, you do have an idea of how the solution is or what the solution is. But if you tell me technologies is a very broad term, right? It can be like you are just saying something to get your visa approved. So you might not have to think about it now. But what is a specific solution that you can talk about to make your case stronger? Do you get it?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Juliana. Ghana and the US have different cultures. How are you going to cope with this new environment?
Okay, I'm a very open-minded person, and I'm willing to experience different cultures and diverse cultural practices. So I'm willing to join um, school clubs, community service, to be able to mingle and to be able to adapt to the cultures of the US, especially in terms of their food and their behavior.
Okay, so if I tell you how are you going to cope, you can say that a major challenge you have read about is that you are going to miss your family. With respect to that, you are going to utilize video conferencing tools like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook to stay in touch with your family. Also, another challenge you've learned about the US is the differences in the weather, which is usually colder than you are used to. With this, you are going to use like warm clothing to be able to cope. So talk about real life solutions, and then you can talk about like also networking or the experience it will give you. So this, in other words, is explaining why the US, right? If the visa officer gets this answer from you, they might not even ask you why the US in the next question. Do you get?
All right, thank you.
Okay. Do you have any questions? I think you have a very small deficit, which is 17,000. Your uncle is sponsoring you. If you have bank statement from your uncle, that's good. As much as you do have a deficit, make sure you are going with the confidence, right? This week I saw somebody with like 57,000 Empower loan, no scholarship at all, and they've been approved. So like go with so much confidence is how you create the story.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Do you want to interview the next person or I should do it?
Oh, I'll do it. Then you give your comments.
Okay. Sulaimon, are you ready to be interviewed? I think they're not ready. All right. Hilton, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Sulaimon
So,
is ready.
since one
All
thing
right,
here.
Juliana, you can interview Sulaimon and then I'll give the comments if I do have any.
Hi, Suleiman.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Oh, kindly pass me your I-20 and your passport.
Okay, just imagine I'm moving forward.
Suleiman, where are you going?
I'm going to Suffolk University in Boston to study Masters in Business Analytics.
Why this course?
Okay. I chose to go to Suffolk University because while I was searching for schools, I observed that these schools have AA CSB accreditation, which is accreditation for high quality business schools. And I also chose the school because the business analytics at Suffolk had several concentrations like financial technology, data science, non-governmental, non-for-profit, so which would allow me have a broader understanding, which would help me to deliver better when I come back to my country, Nigeria.
When you say deliver better, is it a problem you are trying to solve? What specific delivery are you going to better?
Okay, so my concentration is in financial technology, and I observed out of two out of five financial technology trying to come up actually fail due to lack of templates on how to perform better in the industry. So the problem I want to solve is basically to help most of these struggling financial technologies to thrive and become a good company that's also making money.
I
How
think
are you
that reason
funding
is
your
not strong
education?
enough. Yeah, Julia, let's pause. That reason is not strong enough. So, Suleiman, if you can come up with something, when is your interview?
My interview is tomorrow.
Yeah, so we will have to interview you again just for that question. So, Juliana will continue and then she'll ask you that question again later. Then you answer
Okay.
it well. Yeah, because you have to find a specific solution, a specific and a problem, right? So if you say to deliver better, my thought is, what are you going to deliver better? Is there even something existing that you are going to deliver better? You want to be as specific as possible.
Okay. Okay. I would reward that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, I think Juliana dropped. All right, let's continue. Tell me about the program you're about to study.
Okay, I'm going to study business analytics. Business analytics is a course or a discipline that helps that identify distance or inefficiencies in business process and provide solution to help business thrive and to also help them grow in ensuring that they are also able to maintain financial data. Business analytics also help clients or industries to identify errors in business process and then provide solutions for customers to be able to, or for companies to be able to arrive at a good standing in their financials.
Okay. Why should I approve your visa?
Um, so So approving my visa would give me the legal right to travel to US to obtain a master's in business analytics, which upon my return would give me the skills, the expertise, the competence required to assume a senior business analytics role at my present company, AMT Digital.
Also, you are leaving your present company. Are you leaving under a leave of absence or you are quitting your job?
I am quitting my job, but I have a guarantee from the company that if I return back in 1 year, I can come with a master's in business analytics. I can come and assume a senior business analytics role.
What is your assurance that this role is going to wait for you while you are away?
Okay. I have spoken with the HR and also the CEO, but they require that I have a visa for me to have any letter or assurance.
All right, I am not convinced with that answer, right? And your visa interview is tomorrow. My point is not to make you feel like, okay, I'm not prepared for this interview, but that's why you are here,
Mhm.
right? I can say
Yes.
that, okay, that's good, but what if, in my opinion, that's not good? And I guess if anyone is on the call and they reason with me, they can also share their point of view. My thoughts exactly as an HR, like if a company needs somebody, we can use like 3 weeks to make a hiring decision, right? So if you tell me that a role is going to wait for you to secure a master's, is there no talent on the market? There's a lot of talent on the market. People don't have jobs. So I think you should say that you are quitting with the assurance that the company is going to need, or the company is doing an expansion project, right? In that expansion project, there'll be a need for a senior, let's say, whatever role you are looking at, senior data analyst in the next 2 years. Looking at the timeline, in the next 2 years, you'll be completed with your master's as an ex-worker of the company. You have like had a conversation with human resources, and a this is like a role that you are going to be um in Amazon. You will say you are going to be, oh, what's the word, It's like they already know you, right? So you are going
Yeah.
to, yeah, you are going to be a top applicant in the process. So something around that story. So you want to secure a master of a data scientist because your company is on an expansion project, and with this expansion project there are going to be roles that are open in the next 2 years. Such roles include senior data analyst. Your aim as a your aim is to progress in your career. So you are aiming for this data analyst, which you need this master's degree. In the next 2 years, you'll be done with your master's while the company is hiring. You come back to your home country, apply for this role. My guarantee is that I'm going to get this role because I've had prior conversations with the HR, and I want to find this word for you. Yeah, and you have been, I don't know how you put it, but yeah, if I find a word, I'll say it on the live if you are still on it.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
something along that line. It sounds better, right?
Yeah.
Than
It does.
saying that you are quitting, you have spoken to HR, because word of mouth is not an offer. I always tell people that if I tell you I'm going to employ you, until I've employed you, I'm not, because we can even rescind an offer after background checks. So, like saying that the HR says that you can come back to the role, I don't trust that. So, if you want to change it,
Okay. I will. I
okay.
will. I
How
will.
are
I'll
you
work on
funding
that.
your studies?
Okay. So my school has awarded me a merit-based scholarship of $20,000,
Mm-hmm.
which covers a part of my tuition and also a monthly stipend. My auntie, who also is in the US, she works for a Killing company, and also given me a $15,000 to cover part of my tuition, while I'll also be using Empower loan to
Okay.
cover the rest.
Let's take a pause. How many funding options are you using right now?
I'm using three.
Okay. So it has to be clear, right? If you start talking, maybe the person loses their thread of thoughts, or they are listening, whatever. So my cost of attendance will be funded in three ways. First of all, I got a scholarship of 15. I'm just saying some figures. I got a scholarship
Yes.
of $15,000 for my school, and I'm spending more time with you because it's your interview is tomorrow, and by the time I make a live next week, it's either you've gone for the interview already. So my
Yeah.
scholarship will be funded in three ways. First of all, my it's first, my one part of my scholarship is being funded by my school. I got a scholarship of $15,000 from my school. Second, my auntie, in the person of Emilia, will be sponsoring or will be providing me with $15,000 as part of. Then you state your reason why an auntie would give you such amount of money to fund your studies. There should be an interest over there, or there should be
Yeah.
a common factor that is going to make your auntie give you that money. And then
Yes.
the third thing, then you mentioned maybe you also secure the loan. Usually, I'm like, if you're having multiple sources of funding, you want to explain it and be convincing. Because, in other words, it's like you have gathered all the sources around you to fund the studies. You sound desperate, or you seem desperate. So, in order not for you to make the person think that, you have to explain, go the extra mile to let them know why there's this multiple sources of funding.
Okay. I got that.
Okay. So, Sulaimon, tell me how you who is funding your studies?
Okay. I have three ways, but I want to fund. I want to explain my funding. Sorry. Um, just trying to gather my thoughts. Okay. So,
Okay, yeah, take your time, take your time.
um,
I can go to another person and then we'll do this again
okay. I
if
think
that
I
works
can.
for you.
Still,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. I'm still here, so I I have to.
yeah.
So, my funding is in three ways. I have scholarship from my school, which covers about 20, which is $20,000. It covers a part of my tuition and a monthly stipend. Also, my aunt, who is committed to ensuring that I complete. I'm the first in my family who is going for a higher education. So she's interested in me and the course I'm going to study. So she has supported me with a sum of $15,000, and I've also secured a loan certified and approved by the school, which is $63,000 to cover the rest of my um, uh, deficit, which means I won't have any issue with funding while in school.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think I'm paying attention to too many of the things. Being the first of your family, to me, is not enough reason for your auntie to sponsor you, like give you $15,000. Like, it's a lot of money. Like, I'm working, but if you tell me to give you $15,000, that's going to be a huge blow. So I think you should find a tangible reason, right? Maybe like you've worked with your auntie before. Maybe you guys are planning to come up with this business idea, and then having this masters will be a great investment to that business. So your auntie currently sees that as an investment that will yield when the business has launched. Do you get?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Yeah. So Suleiman, I'll give you like some time. Just let me know if you are ready to like be interviewed again, because tomorrow is your interview. Let's put thought together. First of all, like your answers are pretty good, right? I'm just being more careful because tomorrow is your interview. It's not like your answers are bad. So even if you are not able to inculcate what I'm saying, you should be fine.
All right, I would definitely try and incorporate all of that and see
Mm-hmm.
what I would do this time. Thank you.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah. Hilton, how are you? Hi, Hilton. I think Hilton is unmuted, but I can't hear him. So you do Arma.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, cool. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and you?
I'm doing well.
I
Are you
also
ready
have my
for
interview tomorrow. That's great. It's nice to be here.
Okay, yeah. I wish you all the best. This is not easy. I guess tonight will be very hard. But yeah, let's start. What school are you going to?
So I'm going to pursue my bachelor's degree in music at Northern State University, which is located in the city of Aberdeen, South Dakota State. So this program focuses on preparing students into various aspects of music, but I'll be focusing on music theory, history, literature performance, and music education, which will transition me into the real goal as a certified music professional. This is because this program has a very useful component in music called the Capstone Project in Music Education. Now, the Capstone Project in Music Education, it's a program that seeks to prepare music students who wants to become music teachers, and that aligns with my work experience as a music teacher. And I believe that this program will enhance my teaching skills and broaden my music knowledge, so that when I complete and I come back home, I can provide a high quality music education to students who are pursuing music in my home country, and that will foster talents within our music industry.
All right. Ama, how are you funding your studies?
Well, I have a very comprehensive funding plan. So, first of all, I've received a scholarship from Northern State University for $6,000 after I auditioned for the music department, and that will cover a portion of my tuition. Personally, I have found that I've saved for my job as a music teacher, which is $5,000 to cover any of the cost while I'm in the US. But my main sponsor is my uncle, Mr. Francis Jimendua. He is the director of VNC Academy, where I'm currently teaching music, and he earns $5,000 per month with an annual income of 60,000 US dollars. So he's sponsoring my education because I'm currently working at his school as a music teacher. He believes in me. He wants to help me achieve my career goals. He believes that my studies in the US will enhance my teaching skills and broaden my music knowledge, of which I'll bring it back to the school and contribute effectively to the growth of our music department. My wife and my father have agreed to give me backup support when needed, and I am very happy to have a very, supportive family and a very comprehensive funding plan.
All right. What was my question? What's your cost of attendance?
It's 23,417.
Okay. And then out of that, you got 6,000 scholarship. So the 23,000 is everything, right? Living expenses and all
Yeah,
of that, right?
yeah. My tuition is only 10,000. Yeah,
Mm?
yeah. My tuition is only ten
Okay,
thousand
sounds good.
seven hundred seventeen. Yeah.
Okay, and then they gave you a scholarship of 6,000,
Yes, please. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So then it's left with 17,000,
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
right?
Yeah,
And
you're
then you
right.
said your other source of funding is how much?
So my other source of funding, like I don't get you.
You mentioned a certain figure that was sponsored by
Yeah, yeah,
your.
yeah, yeah. So I said personally, I have $5,000 to cover any unforeseen cost. My uncle, he has 60,000 US. He earns $60,000 per month, per year. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah,
asking you all these questions because I don't have your I-20, right? And I want to make sure
yeah,
you are tracking your answer well, because you mentioned a lot of sources of funding and I was lost how much your cost of attendance is. So how are
yeah,
you funding your studies, right? In my opinion, you can start
yeah.
that my cost of attendance is 23,000. I was fortunate to be given the scholarship that I think you did an audition to get a scholarship. After going through the audition process, I got a scholarship of 6,000, merit-based scholarship of 6,000 from my school, leaving me with a deficit of 17,000. My main sponsor would be my uncle in the person of this who works at this and makes an annual income of that. Additionally, I do have $5,000 saved from teaching or my previous career experiences to support me with any unforeseen circumstances, right?
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
wife and
yeah.
your wife and your family are supportive, but as much as there is no stated amount here, it becomes irrelevant.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Actually, my wife is a Canadian, and he even gave me a bank statement. But I'm not thinking because the amount of my uncle's statement is huge. I don't think it's important for me to include a statement as well. I don't want to
Yeah.
bugger the
So
visa
I
officer with
think,
a
yeah,
lot of,
it's making it look like you have three main sources of funding. First, you got
mm,
6,000. Your cost of attendance is great. 23,000 is small. You have
yeah,
6,000 scholarships, so a deficit of 17,000 is good. Then you tell us that you
yeah,
have $5,000. If you have the bank statement for that $5,000, excellent. Then
yeah.
my follow-up question will be, what job is your uncle doing? Or why is your uncle interested in spending $17,000 to sponsor your studies? You should be able to defend that.
Yeah, so I explained it. I
Yeah,
said
I
that
think
he's
you said
sponsoring
you
me
are
with,
working at your uncle's school, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
currently working as a music teacher in his school, yeah. So he wants
Yeah.
me to just go and enhance my teaching skills and broaden my music knowledge, come back and then grow the music department. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And you can also make a very great point that music is not something people actually from part of the world, people don't really study music as a program or make career at educational advances in music. So your uncle sees you as a very instrumental person to grow a music industry in his school, that it will become one of the best in the country.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Thank you so
amazing.
much.
Yeah. Okay, what are your plans after school?
Yeah, so upon completing my studies, I intend to return home as a certified music professional in Ghana, which will enable me to take on the leadership role as the head of the music department at our family school where I'm currently working. I aim to collaborate with schools, collaborate with Ghana Education Service of Ghana, where I organize workshops online, offline to share my music knowledge and skills that I've acquired from the US with students who are pursuing music in my home country, which will foster talents within our music industry.
Okay. Yeah, I think that answer is good. So, what are some of the challenges you oversee experiencing in the US?
Well, yeah. So before I applied to study in the US, I was really concerned about the challenges. Yeah, but I believe that I will excel through. I am, academically prepared. I am physically prepared, and I do not think that I will encounter any challenges. Yeah.
No, there's definitely challenges you are going to encounter, right? There's definitely challenges that you are going to encounter. So, if they ask you about their challenges, it's not like they expect you to mention some of the things you foresee in the
Okay.
under the assumption that you have done a certain research, because you cannot live your entire life to go to another country without thinking you don't have any challenges. Do you know the challenges you face here? So at least if not anything, mention a challenge or two. Like the weather is a huge challenge. The food is horrible. It's a huge challenge. Missing your family is one thing. It's very lonely out here,
Okay.
right? So these are
Okay.
realistic
Okay.
challenges that you can mention, and then you mention how you'll be able to like um make it better. Yeah, how you are going to cope. Yeah, like what will be your coping mechanism?
Okay, so can I say that that one challenge I'm going to really encounter is I'm going to be homesick because I've never traveled out of my country before and I'm really going to miss my family. I can't wait to complete and come
So
back
there's a
home to see
better
my
way to
family.
say that. There's a better if you tell me you are homesick and you've never traveled out of your country, not traveling outside of your country, having travel experience, it helps your visa get approved because you have gone and you have come back to your home country, which is exhibiting strong ties to your home country. So if the visa officer does not know that you don't have travel experience, you're not the one to put that in his face that this is your first travel experience. Do you get what I mean? So like
Okay.
one major challenge you foresee is the time difference between the state you are currently going to study and the different there's Ghana. The time difference is six
Yeah.
hours. It means that it's going to create a challenge of communicating with your family more often. How am I going to cope with this? I'm going to make sure that I utilize video conferencing tools at my earliest convenience to make sure that I'm staying in touch with my family. It sounds better than saying that you have not traveled before, you'll be homesick and all of that. You are pointing out reasons
Okay.
why people's visa get denied.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Your last question. Why should I approve your visa?
Yeah, so I believe I am academically prepared. I am academically prepared. I am financially stable. I have strong ties to my home country. I will abide by the rules and regulations pertaining to the F1 visa, as I do understand the importance of maintaining good immigration records. My primary goal is just to go for my studies, complete my studies, come back home, and make an impact in our music industry.
Okay. So yeah, another point. Approving my visa. Why should I approve your visa, right? Approving my visa will give me the legal entry to the United States to study a Master of Science in Music and da da da. Prior or after school, I plan to come back to work in this institution to create this department. It's basically that. Why should I approve your visa? It grants me the legal entry to the United States. All of the things you mentioned, I think you mentioned before.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay. Thank you
okay.
so much.
Is there any questions that you have?
No, please.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome. I think your answers are pretty good. The confidence level is 100%. So yeah, you should be good. I wish you all the best tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Okay. I'm doing it in Togo. I'm in Togo currently, so it's not easy. Today I just
Um,
went around the embassy to have a feel of,
the
how the whole
environment,
process
you
is
know.
going. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I hope things go as planned. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Okay, Hilton, are you ready now? The room is full, so I'm going to remove Armaah. You can stay on to listen from YouTube. It just gives you idea of what answers people have. If it can fit in your story, you pick it and then you are good to go. Hilton, are you ready? I think Hilton said he fixed his sound, but the sound is still not fixed. All right. I think Hilton will need to fix his time. Last week Hilton joined. I don't know why this week he's having a problem. Maybe I would remove you and then you join again. All right. Tayo, are you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Okay, let's start. Tayo, tell me about the school you are going to.
I'm going to the United States, the University, St. Louis University, to pursue a master's degree in software engineering. I'll be focusing on artificial intelligence as this will help me to to gain the experience that I need in building a more robust product for the augmented and virtual reality startup which I co-founded here in Nigeria.
All right. How are you funding your studies?
I've received a merit-based scholarship of $6,000, and the deficit of 32,000 will be covered by my uncle, who has been my guardian for more than 8 years, and he works as a legislator and owns a construction company named Mendores Construction Limited.
How much did you say your deficit is?
It's 32,000.
And who is funding it?
My uncle will be funding it.
Does your uncle have any kids?
Yeah, he has two kids. One who is in basic school and the other who is in high school.
So, what's your guarantee that your uncle will continue to fund your studies? Do you see any financial burden?
Well, he's been my guardian for over 8 years now, so he's also overseen my undergraduate studies and watched me grow um, into and watch me grow into an adult. So he's also impressed by my professional goals. So and he has decided to fund my studies.
I think the confidence level, I don't know if it's the confidence or the volume, one of them is very low. And the fact that your uncle is sponsoring you, you have to defend it well. You are not able to tell me, like being or overseeing your growth doesn't guarantee that you should be granted a visa because your uncle can fund you. How much is your uncle making? You have not said that, or I missed that.
Okay, he makes over a
Yeah,
hundred
so you don't wait
thousand
for the visa
dollars
officer to,
annually.
like, let me tell everyone on this call, 90% of visas are denied because of funding. No matter your funding situation, it's you can get a visa or you cannot, right? It's up to you to defend it. Like I was saying earlier on this call, that somebody with 53,000 deficits, I saw on one of the WhatsApp pages that has been approved. I'm like, oh wow. And that's a deficit. They were using Empower loan, they didn't have any funding. So if you have gotten an uncle to fund you, go with confidence. Say it well. My uncle works here. He makes an annual of this. I have his bank statement. He has two children, which are not financial burdens already. You have to convince the visa officer that your funding is good, because a huge part of why visas are denied is the funding.
Okay.
All right, Tayo, let's take this again. How are you funding your studies?
Well, I've received a merit-based scholarship of 6,500 US dollars, while I have my deficit of 32,000 will be covered by my uncle. He works as a legislator at Lagos State House of Assembly, and he earns over $100,000 annually. He has two kids who are in basic school and high school respectively, and this will not be a burden for him.
All right. Why should I approve your visa?
Well, approving my visa will grant me the legitimate access into the United States for my program, and approving my visa will grant me legitimate access to the United States for my program to study a master's in software engineering. Is this
Tayo, when
short?
is your interview?
20th.
That's this week.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
this
I
week.
don't know if it's your
Sorry.
volume or maybe where you are, but my very feedback is your confidence is very low and you are failing to like convey. The visa officer is not the visa interview is not like questions and answers. It's more like you have to be convincing enough. I think the person that just left the call, Armaah, was very confident. So as much as the person's not saying anything, we associate honesty with confidence, right? So if you are very
Yeah.
confident, it's assumed that you are honest, but you are very low. I don't know why. All right.
Okay.
Um, so I've asked you about your
Well,
funding. I've asked what are your plans after school?
well, I currently co-founded augmented virtual reality company that provide um, solutions to selling real estate here in Nigeria. And aside this, I'm also part of a research which is currently working on building a application that allows Nigerians to be able to use images and artificial intelligence to determine or get first-hand diagnosis to skin cancer and other skin disease here in Nigeria.
All right. Okay. Why should I approve your visa?
Well, approving my visa will provide me with legitimate access to the United States and also help me to actualize my goals by providing me with enough experience and collaboration with other people, and also grant me access to real-time to data, as data is part of the problem faced here in Nigeria, and it's important for the application which I'm currently in research and working on building.
Yeah, I do see that number of people are trying to join and the room is full. So if I finish interviewing you, I'll just drop you and then I'll add another person. Okay, so Tayo, do you have any questions for me? Yeah, I think I gave my feedback already. Your confidence is low and your convincing is not enough. So just work on that. You should be good. The answers are good, it's just the confidence.
Or maybe I'll wait to take it again.
Okay. All right. I'll drop you for now so that somebody else can join. I'll drop
Hi.
Sulaimon for now. Patty,
Yeah, hello.
are you ready? I think I interviewed Juliana already. Daniel, did I interview you already?
No, please. I just joined.
Okay. I interviewed Hilton. No, Hilton has been trying to let me add George. He wanted to give feedback. I think George has prior experience with securing the visa, so I'm adding him. George, if you have any feedback, you can add. Patty, tell me. So because of time, I had a hard stop at 8:30. My mom called me and I told her I'm doing visa prep, and she's in Ghana. I don't
Okay,
want her to sleep, so I have a hard stop at 8:30. Then I can call her.
okay.
So let's be fast. Patty, how are you funding your studies?
Okay, my deficit of 44,600 will be funded by Kuma Blackie Enterprise, which is a
I
local.
know this story. Did you
Yes,
join? Did
last
you?
week.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, okay. So Kuma Blackie Enterprises funded my $44,600 of studies. And as part of the company's corporate social responsibility, it has drawn a 10-year plan to sponsor brilliant but needy students, already sponsored about which has already sponsored 6 people. The last person went to India to study computer science and I returned successfully back to Ghana and doing great in his industry.
So the Kuma Blackie is a non-profit, right?
It's a, it's into um wholesale of secondhand clothing.
So they are
Yeah, but
funding you. Are you working there? That's why they are funding you.
no, it was part of the company's corporate social responsibility. So it just pick on brilliant students and just sponsor them.
Which
Yes.
company?
Yeah, it's Kuma Blackie Enterprise. But before you get that scholarship, maybe a family member is supposed to be a customer of the company. It's into the importation of secondhand clothing.
Okay, so I want to
Yes.
understand so we can because it's like a
Okay.
company is sponsoring you, but you don't work with the company. So how is that
Yes.
company sponsoring you, right?
Yes. So my
So
my
my
mom
so
my mom
let's
is
say
a loyal customer of the company. So during the company's 20th anniversary, it selected some loyal customers and decided to support their kids through school. So I was fortunate to be selected for this year's scholarship.
your deficit of 48,000 is being sponsored
Forty-four
by
thousand six
yeah
hundred.
44,000 is being sponsored by Blackie Enterprise.
Yes.
This you were selected for this sponsorship based off the company's social responsibility or sponsoring brilliant but needy students or
Yes.
randomly sponsoring brilliant but needy students that want to pursue higher education outside of Ghana. And so then
Yes.
you say a little bit of what you did to merit that scholarship. I did
Okay.
this to merit that scholarship because my mom works as a customer with this company in the selection process or as part of the selection process, children from customers are picked randomly,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So make us understand that there is a corporate social responsibility. I don't have to ask you these questions before I get to know that it's a
Okay.
corporate social responsibility.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, what are your plans after school?
So upon the completion of my 2-year master in human resource analytics program, I want to quickly come back to Ghana to return back to my job as a human resource analytics with Environment for Development Ghana, where the company is projecting to have a 2 year into the, interdepartmental research. So with the skills gained, I would have enough knowledge to be able to resolve the biases in our recruitment and selection processes on competitive compensation benefits to employees. A lot of strike actions in the country will be resolved, and a lot of motivation to employees to boost their morale towards attitude towards work.
I think we
Is it okay
discussed.
today?
I think yeah, we discussed this point last week. So
Yes.
yeah.
It's
So you
better.
want to say I return back to this company, and then you miss the part where you actually explain what the company does and how
Okay.
you are going to link into HR. So you are coming back to environmental that does this and this and that. The as part of the 2 year expansion program of this company, they are looking to create interdepartmental research teams, right?
Okay.
You have the idea, but it was the construction. So just make sure
Okay.
it's sounding more better.
Okay.
Okay, why should I approve your visa?
Approving my investor will give me the legal access to study in the US, specifically Montclair State University, where I'll gain the necessary skills in data visualization and data analytics, where I'll come back to Ghana to help improve HR issues in the country.
Okay. Yeah, I think today is much better than last week, and
Okay.
that's the best thing about the preps, right? It just
Yes.
help. Like if I'm going for my visa interview, trust me, I'll need somebody to prep me because
Yeah.
the person needs to play the visa advocate, like the devil's advocate. So I think your
Yeah.
answers are much better than today, which is
Yes.
good.
And
Yeah,
the confidence level is it okay?
it's better.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Daniel. As I'm your
Yes.
line going now, I don't think I get your question. You said, how will one defend funding source of 90,000 out of 93,000 for superintendent? Funding source, do you mean emphasis or what do you mean? So you have to make a point to make me answer your question. Um, all right, this is Excel with Emmy. On this channel, we do talk about career, education, lifestyle. If these are subjects that are of interest to you, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on notification for this channel. I will go visa prep. I'll do visa preps every Monday, as well as help people with the full application process. So if these are subjects that are of interest to you, no pressure, but it doesn't take anything if you do subscribe. So take your time, and if you think you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. Daniel, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, Daniel, how are you funding your studies?
Hello, please. I didn't get a question. My line
How are you funding your studies?
was messing up. Okay, so I've made a tuition fee to $500 to
Daniel,
support
I
in the
can't
finance
hear
class.
you.
My school has
Line,
also
your line is breaking.
okay. I'm coming. I went out to let me find a place to stand.
Okay, sure. Hilton, is your sound better now?
Hello.
Hi, Daniel.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear
Yes,
Hilton
please.
now.
Can I confirm?
Yeah, Daniel. So Hilton, can you wait?
Okay.
Daniel,
Yeah.
are you in a better place now? Hello,
Yes, I'm in
Daniel.
a better place now.
Yeah. Okay, Daniel, how are you funding your
Yeah.
studies?
Hello. Okay, so I've made a tuition $100 to class. My school has awarded me a scholarship of 14,981, which covers 40% of my tuition. The remaining deficit will be covered by Empower Finance. That has been approved and certified by my school. This loan has an interest rate repayment 14.99%, whereby I'm required to a monthly interest payment of $650. This interest rate will be covered by my brother, who is in the person of Richard Senahe, a mining engineer who earns a monthly salary of $20,080 and an annual income of $200,000.
Okay, I think so you said your brother will be making a monthly interest loan repayment while you are in school, right?
Yes, please.
What's your plan after school?
So after a successful completion of my program, I plan to return to my home country and assume the role of a financial analyst in my brother's company,
The
where I
network is
currently work as an
very
account manager. Oh,
yeah, I'm
hello.
finding it hard to like
I'm
connect.
not calling with my network here.
See. Hilton,
Hi, Amy.
yeah,
Is
how
it
are you
clear
doing? Sorry
now?
about the network. That this whole stuff is yeah.
Yeah, I was having some challenges with my network.
Okay, let's start. All right, Hilton, how are you funding your studies?
So I've been awarded a scholarship of $11,236 for my school. However, my deficit will be covered by my father in the name of Richard Kakeri, who is the CEO and the managing director of Adakoba Company Limited,
Okay, how
a
much this is
company.
the story?
So the deficit is 46,582.
Okay.
So the deficit will be covered by my father, Richard Kakeri, who is the CEO and the managing director of Adakoba Company Limited, a company that deals in construction and the general supply of construction materials. And the company has been in existence for 20 years. He generates a revenue of $200,000 annually.
Okay. Hilton, do you have any siblings?
I have an elder sister who was sponsored to pursue her master's degree in Germany 4 years ago, and she's currently back in Ghana working as a project manager in my dad's construction company.
Okay. Why should I approve your visa?
So approving this visa will grant me the legal entry to the US to pursue my 2-year master's in accounting analytics at Clark University. And also, I am committed to contributing to advance my career as an account analyst or senior account analyst in my dad construction business, where upon my return, I will contribute my expertise in financial management and data analytics to the development and transformation of my dad's of the company's financial operation.
Okay. Why this school?
So I chose Clark University because of its strong commitment to culture and diversity, which creates an inclusive environment for international students. And also, I was impressed by Professor Zihong Wan's research on applying big data in accounting, which I found very fascinating, and I want to explore on that research. And also, she has agreed to mentor me throughout my studies at Clark University.
Okay. Okay, so what are some of the challenges you oversee coming to the US and how are you going to cope?
So for now, I believe the weather difference may be a challenge for me. However, I have prepared enough adequately with some of the uh, I have prepared adequately enough uh, for the weather in Massachusetts, especially getting jackets, winter jackets, boots, and scarf for the weather. Because coming from Africa, there's going to be a weather challenge definitely. So I've really prepared for that.
Okay, so maybe you can say that a major challenge you see is the weather difference where Africa is much warmer than the US. You are going to use like warm clothing. Warm clothing can be jackets, anything. You don't have to mention them.
Oh, okay,
Warm clothing
okay,
to make
okay,
sure that you stay warm in the cold weather. You should be good with
okay.
that.
Noted, noted. Thank you very much.
Okay. Why should I approve your visa?
I think you have asked that question.
Okay, so my other question is your dad is sponsoring you. Has he sponsored anyone before?
Yes, for 4 years ago, he sponsored my other sister to pursue her master's in project management at Arden University in Germany, and currently she's back working as the project manager in my dad construction business.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any questions? I'm still thinking about the question.
Oh, for now,
So
no.
you do have your dad's bank statement, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Is it the company bank statement or your dad's bank statement?
It's the company's bank statement, and I have a letter showing that my dad is has a signature to the account. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That works. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Then
please.
I think yeah, your answers are good. I didn't like really have any feedback except the weather one, which is most likely not going to be asked, right? So
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Thank you very much, Amy.
you're welcome. Truth, are you ready?
Yes, please, I'm ready.
Okay, how are you doing?
Please, I'm good. Yourself?
I'm good. Why the US?
I chose the US for my higher education, partly because of the research work of Dr. Manuel Varela. In researching professors whose research interest aligns with mine, I came across his research, and then finding him in the US, I chose to apply to schools in the US, specifically to work under his tutelage. Moreover, the US is also the hub for higher education, and I feel I'll grow professionally well when I study in the US.
Okay, how are you funding your studies?
I have a graduate assistantship that covers my tuition and then my living expenses, and then my deficits will be covered by myself and then my older brother. I have saved up to $3,681 towards my studies, and then my elder brother will cover the remaining $4,004. He is a senior metallurgist at Anglo Gold Ashanti Obuasi Mine. He earns about $90,000 annually, and then he's willing to sponsor me because we lost our younger brother to malaria at a very tender age, and then he has been supportive of my career since then.
I know this story before. Did you try during the fall?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what has changed? You went for the visa interview, right?
Yes, I
What
did. This is
what
actually my third attempt.
Yeah, because I know that story, losing somebody to malaria. It's funny how
Yes.
I'm able to keep the stories. Yeah. So, what has changed?
Yeah, so during the fall, like, sorry, during my earlier, like, when I applied earlier, I didn't have any funding. But now
Hmm.
I have secured a graduate assistantship that covers my tuition and my living expenses.
So you don't have any deficit.
I have a deficit of
That's good.
$8,088,
That's
which
good.
which will be sponsored by myself and then my elder brother. I'm
Okay.
contributing 3,681, and then my elder brother will pay the remaining 4,407.
Okay. So your funding is being sponsored in three ways.
Two, yes, sorry, three. The GA, my brother, and then myself.
What? So yeah,
I actually have the personal funds stated on my I-20. My personal
yeah.
funds
So
has been
personal funds of 8,000, right? So I
no, my
thought,
personal funds of 3,681.
oh, okay, yeah. That I was going to say you can eliminate one, but sorry, this since that is on your I-20, then that has to stay, right? So you do have a deficit of 8,000, which at 3,000 of it will be funded by yourself, and then the remaining 4,000 will be funded by your brother, who sees this
Exactly.
as an investment to prevent other people from losing their loved ones because you both lost your brother, and your program is related to malaria, correct?
Yes, please. I'm going
This
to
is a
read
much
biology.
better story, and I'm happy for you. Yeah.
Thank you
So
so
what's your
much.
plan after school?
My plan after school is return back to Ghana to help combat the menace of malaria and other infectious diseases that combat community and family well-being. Coming from a community where there is a limited knowledge in infectious diseases due to inadequate education and ignorance, I would want to break the gap and then make a difference.
Okay, how are you making the difference? What
I'm already
solution are
doing this
you?
through my I'm already doing this through my volunteer with Anglo Gold Ashanti Malaria Control Limited, where we are into malaria elimination programs by sharing insecticide treated mosquito nets and then treating malaria through research. We perform DNA analysis of these mosquitoes, and then my answers are too long. Sorry, please can I come again?
Yeah.
Sorry, let me come again. So one of the ways that I'm actually doing this is through my volunteer with Anglo Good Ashanti Malaria Control Limited, where we are into malaria elimination programs. We perform DNA extraction of these mosquitoes and then look at their resistance and then know the type of insecticides that are best able to eliminate that or reduce their.
All right. So, what's your plan after school? I'm currently working with a mining company. Anglo Good Ashanti is in mining, right?
Yes,
And then
but
the
we have
malaria
a
is
malaria. Yes, it's a sister company of the mine.
okay. So I'm
Anglo Good
currently
Ashanti
working
Malaria
with
Control.
Anglo Good Ashanti in their department of this and this that is looking to control malaria in, maybe like it's how you say it, malaria in Ghana. So as part of this research, you guys do this and that. It's how what you do is now the problem, right? And that shouldn't be a problem because it's actually what you do. So you are trying to be proactive to the outburst of malaria by making research that will prevent malaria. I think that's what you're trying to say.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, but how proactive are you guys being? You are in researching the mosquitoes or how people can prevent them.
We are actually doing both because we actually study their resistance and then
Yeah,
know
so
the
you don't
type
need to
of.
like say the specific that will make your sentence long.
Okay.
Right? So you are currently working with Anglo God Ashanti sister. You don't even have to say their sister company. You are currently working with Anglo God Ashanti in the department, or I think the name of the department is very necessary because it spoke about the malaria some way somehow. You are proactively or considering the effect
Please,
of.
sorry, I don't mean to cut you, but I actually have a concern. Okay,
Okay.
I actually did my national service with them, although I still volunteer with them, but then that is not where I work currently. I actually work right now as a health and then safety officer, though in the mine, but I volunteer with Anglo Gold Ashanti right now. And then my course that I'm sorry, my program that I'm going to read, it's in line with what where I volunteer with, not directly proportional to what I currently do.
Mm-hmm.
Though there is an overlap, but then that is where I volunteer, and I feel it has more
Okay.
inclination to
Okay.
that
So you
side.
can say sorry. The weather is making everybody get cold. Yeah, so I currently work at Anglo Good Ashanti as health,
Entomological laboratory technician.
right? And as part of your department, you do have the malaria control that department where you are a volunteer. During these volunteering experiences, you guys are looking into proactive measures of preventing malaria in Ghana. Two of these methods is, for one, researching how they spread, and then two, encouraging people to be aware of the spread. So I think
Okay.
this answer can be long, but as much as it's making a lot of sense, right? You
Mhm.
lost a sibling to malaria and you are volunteering because of that. It's a lot of sense. So if you think you are talking long, I think it should be fine. One,
Okay.
yeah, you should be good.
All right, sis. Thank you so
Because
much.
the way it's looking, the answer was definitely be long.
All right, I understand. Thank you. Thank you. Please, I can't hear you.
Yeah, now your story is much better. I wish you all the best. When's your interview?
19th. That is on Thursday.
Okay, that's soon.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Who else? Bismarck, are you ready? Hello, Bismarck. Why am I thinking it's a Bismarck that's not here to visa prep? Hello, Bismarck. Okay. I'm going to add back Anthony. Yeah, Bismarck. Anthony has been trying to join, but he says device is not connected, so I'm not able to add Anthony. I'm going to kick you out and see if you can join again. Kenneth, Bismarck, are you here to interview Kenneth? I'm not able to. Okay, I've added Kenneth. Bismarck. Okay, I think Bismarck's network is not good. Uh, Let me remove Bismarck. All right, so I've interviewed Jude. George is not here to visa prep right now.
Okay, so
Kenneth.
I'm here.
Okay, okay. Yeah, but not to visa prep, right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Okay. Kenneth, are you ready? Kenneth, you are speaking, but I can't hear you. All right, Suleiman, your interview is tomorrow. I think Tayo also said they will join again. I think I interviewed Patty already, so we should be good. Mary, I've not seen you in the room. Join the StreamYard link. Let me share the link again. All right, so let's do Suleiman. Are you ready? All right, Suleiman is not ready. All right, I think I've exhausted everybody on the list. Let's Tayo, are you ready?
Oh yeah, I am.
Okay, let's do Tayo, and then if nobody is joining again, I can end today's session. All right, Tayo, tell me about your school.
I'll be going to the United States, specifically St. Louis University for my master's program in software engineering. I'll be focusing in artificial intelligence, and this will help me build the experience and give me access to the right collaboration needed to improve the product I'm building at the augmented and virtual reality startup I co-founded here in Nigeria.
Okay, Tayo, how are you funding your studies?
I've received a merit-based scholarship of 6,500 US dollars, and my deficit of 32,000 will be covered by Mr. Sulaimon Olalwale, my uncle, who has been my guardian for more than 8 years now. He works as a legislator and earns over $120,000 annually. He has two kids, one in basic school and one in high school. So he's been there throughout my undergraduate studies, and he's willing and to fund my graduate studies due to my excellent academic performance.
All right. Why should I approve your visa?
Approving my visa will grant me um the access into the United States for my master's program, which will in turn help me to gain the right experience and also give me access to the right tutelage that will help me to actualize my goals and build a more robust product for my startup here in Nigeria.
What's your plan after school?
Well, my plan after school is to continue working at the startup I co-founded, and aside this, this program will provide me with the right experience and to take up the position as a CTO, as I currently work with the team of engineering department at the startup, and which I lead currently. So this program will provide me with the access to the right experience and the right data and experience to build a more better product.
Okay. I think yeah. Now it's much better. Yeah. You do have
Okay.
the statements for your uncle, right?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have any questions? Now it's much better. Like it's clear. It's not like I think it's just some people are not like very outspoken, right? So that makes I have to
Yeah, I think
consider
I'm
that.
one of them.
Yeah, more on the yeah. So that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. So do you
Okay.
have like any questions?
Well, I my own case is just complicated, so that's the only thing I'm scared of because I have a immigration petition being filed for me.
Oh, I think you are the one that said that last week.
Yeah, the last time, yeah.
Yeah, coming
So
on,
I don't know
I
how
think
it's gonna
we said
affect
that
it.
coming on an F1 visa, you abide by the F1 principles because you do understand that the F1 is a non-immigrant intent visa, right? So it's like, okay, you
Yeah,
have
I actually
applied
stated
for,
that in my DS-160.
yeah, you've applied for like, let's say, green card or permanent resident, right? So while you are waiting, what
It's
should you do with your life? You want to pursue a program that will be value added in your career. So you think that coming on
yeah,
F1, you abide by the rules and return back to your home country as expected of you.
okay.
Yeah. All right,
Nice.
Kenneth. Yeah, I think did I speak to Kenneth?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Tayo. Kenneth. Okay. We just spoke to Tayo. Bismarck. All right. So this is Excel. This is Excel with Emmy. On this channel, we talk about career, education, lifestyle. If all 13 of the people that I'm seeing on live right now are subscribing to my channel, I'll get additional 13 people. Please, please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, it doesn't take anything from you, no pressure. But we do talk about career, education, lifestyle. If these are subjects that are of interest to you, please consider subscribing to the channel. Next week, I'll be going live. I go live every Monday for visa prep for the spring 2025. And so, if these are subjects that are of interest to you, I think subscribing will help you get a notification on time. And we do share, like this study abroad, we do share time sensitive information. And so, if you are not subscribed to the channel, like we can post an opportunity that and you come and see it after 1 month, which means that you have lost that opportunity. So, consider subscribing to the channel. I know there are a ton of study abroad channels, and subscribing to all of them doesn't take anything from you. So please do well to subscribe to the channel if you have not haven't. I really appreciate that. Daniel is back. Let me see if Daniel can do the interview. Daniel,
Yeah.
your network is much better now, so we can do it. How are you funding your studies?
Okay, so I have been awarded a scholarship of 14,981, which covers 40% of my tuition. My
Okay.
school has approved and certified a loan of $64,400 from Empower to cater for the remaining deficits of my cost of attendance. This loan has an interest rate payment of 14.99%, which I'm required to make a monthly interest of $650. This interest will be covered by my brother in the person of Richard Senahe, who is a senior mining engineer at Cars Minerals and earns a monthly salary of $20,283 and an annual income of $200,000.
Okay. I think that's very clear. So your brother will making the interest repayments while you are in school, correct?
Yes, please.
Okay,
And I have a
that's
bank statement to prove that.
okay. How are you? What's your plan after school?
So after a successful completion of my program, I plan to return to my home country, where I will assume the role of a financial analyst at Winloft's Company Limited, a company which is owned by my brother. I will contribute my expertise in financial management and data analytics for the development and transformation of the company's operations and financial performance.
Okay, so are you currently working in this company?
Yeah, I currently work there as an accountant there.
Okay. What's why did you choose this particular school?
The Masters in Finance program at Clark University is highly regarded, with a strong curriculum that aligns with my interest in corporate finance, investment analysis, and data analytics. The School of Business at Clark University offers a comprehensive curriculum taught by industry experts that will prepare me well to take up a managerial role upon my return to Ghana. I am also impressed by Professor Paride's research on mutual funds and risk management, which aligns perfectly with my research goals. That's the main reason why I chose Clark University.
Okay. Why should I approve your visa?
Approving this visa will grant me the legal access to enter the United States, where I will be able to pursue my degree in finance with a concentration in financial technology, where upon my return to my home country, I will assume the role of a senior financial analyst, where I will implement my expertise in financial management and data analytics for the transformation and development of the company's operations and financial performance.
How do you plan to repay your loan after school?
The loan is spread for a period of, I'm required to make the principal amount is spread for a period of 10 years after completion. After my program, this program will scale me up for a higher role with responsibilities and a higher salary and benefits, putting me in a better position to pay off the principal amount of $1,050 monthly. So
Okay,
upfront.
higher role, how much do you plan to earn? So if you are using loans, I think I have a video, two videos on how to answer that using your loan. There's a calculation in the video that you have to make. You have to consider how much you are coming to earn in the particular role that you are looking to acquire after school in your home country. And then let's say you find the average amount of money that an engineer, let's say a technical engineer or mechanical engineer will make in Ghana as an entry level, or if you are experienced as an experienced level. Out of that annual amount, you are going to take, or like you are going to then say that out of this 69,000 per annual, I'll be able to pay $500 monthly loan repayment for a period of 10 years. I think
Okay.
that's more convincing to tell the visa officer that you have thought about the aftermath of taking a loan. You have to pay it after school. I'm come to make this amount. I'm going to pay this amount. Because a huge part of the student loan is how are going to be able to pay if you're coming back to your home country and there's no job. So you have to do that convincing aspect of it.
Okay. So where would I find that the video that you've made on it?
Let me see if I can get the video. Who else have I? Bismarck, are you here to interview? No, I think I can't get Bismarck. Lord,
Hello.
are you ready?
Hello.
Bismarck, yeah.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Anthony, for some reason I do see you've changed your name to Tony still. It's saying devices not connected. I can't do anything about it. I'm not able to add you. And I'm very
Yeah,
sorry
me, please, I
about
want to
that.
have a little contribution.
Okay.
Okay, so with the gentleman that you just interviewed,
Mm-hmm.
so looking at his loan repayment structure, I think probably when you were asked or when you asked him to explain how he was funding his education, he shouldn't have waited for you to go on to ask the next question, that where do you work? Especially when you are working in your sponsor's company, which happens to be your brother. So maybe so because when you're talking about your loan something, you didn't tell us why your brother was sponsoring you. You only said he's earning this amount of money and then he's just sponsoring you. However, there's a reason or there's a rationale behind he trying to commit that huge sum of money to sponsor your education, especially looking at he taking care of the interest so that it doesn't compound or accumulate. So probably, or maybe the interest rate of so and so will be covered by my brother, who happens to be the so and so of this company where I work as so and so. He's sponsoring me
Okay.
because he wants me to return to the company to use my expertise and skills and knowledge to help transform the company's financial standings as well as increase the cash inflows of the company. Something around that nature, so that at least you encapsulate everything or you embody everything as a single unit rather than waiting for you to be asked series of questions or chain of questions.
Okay. Okay. Noted,
Okay.
please.
Okay, sure.
All right. I just dropped the link on student loan repayment on the in the comment section as well.
All
Um,
right.
I think Lord, are you ready to be interviewed?
Yes, I am.
All right, George, can you please help me interview Lord? I want to add how are you funding your studies? That link as well.
Okay, sure. Okay, Lord, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. You can go on.
Okay, so why are you here?
I'm here to obtain an F1 visa to the United States of America to study to study Masters of Science in Engineering Management at the University of Kansas. This program will enable me achieve my career goals and objectives, having worked as an telecommunication engineer and an IT personnel at MPI over the period of 5 years. I have realized the problem of high signal loss, which is having great impact on businesses and subscribers, having a great negative turn on our business. Therefore, studying this program will give me the
Why this school?
technical knowledge. I chose University of Kansas because it's a well-known research school. In addition to that, their engineering school has been named one of the best across the world, and they've been able to produce notable alumni in their world in their various fields.
Okay, can you tell me about your program? Yeah, hello.
Lord, can you tell us about your program?
Okay, engineering management is a so, sorry, engineering management is a professional program that has been designed to help engineers in the profession. It's a hybrid of in the technical aspect of engineering and then the business aspect of management. So any engineer who wants to transition into leadership then takes this program in order to give them the skill. Sorry, in order to give them the skill to lead, organize, and evaluate businesses of engineering companies.
Okay, how are you funding the education? How are you funding
I've
the education?
secured a 15,000 Empower loan.
Okay, how do you plan repaying the loan amount?
So we don't. So Lord, we don't even have to ask that follow-up question, right? You know that if
Interest
you
of
take an
900.
Empower loan, yeah. So that answer, I don't know if your network
So the
cut or
loan
something.
amount, the interest.
So I think there's a little problem with his
Say
connection.
again.
That's why.
Yeah, it's then connection. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Can
right.
you hear me?
Hello. Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lord,
Hello.
you were breaking. All right, let's do Bismarck. Bismarck, did you say you were here to interview?
Yes, please.
All right, let's do Bismarck. We'll do Sulaimon and we'll end today.
So, okay, so are you done with mine?
Yeah, your line was breaking. I thought you were trying to fix it. All right. So let's continue. We were saying that how are you paying your student loan after school?
Okay, so upon my upon completion of my education, I'll return to MPI in order to be an engineering manager for our branch that has been opened in Kumasi. I'll be earning an annual salary of 40,000 Ghana cedi. This will give me the opportunity to use 40% of my salary to service the loan over the period of 10 years. In addition to
I
that,
think
I have
using
other
40,
businesses I run.
yeah, I think using 40% of your salary to pay for a loan is going to create financial burden.
Service the loan.
Yeah, 40% of your salary is a lot for a month. So I don't know if you want to like inflate the amount or you want to find a job that will give you higher money so that at least 30% is fine because 40% you pay rent, the other responsibility. So if they don't see that as feasible, then it means you are not coming back. Do you get it? Because you might get a job
Okay.
offer in the US that will make you stay. So that the options is what I've given you.
Okay. But actually, the line was not too clear. So I don't know whether you can give the options again. You can repeat the options.
I said if you want to inflate the amount or if you want to find a
Okay.
better of offer after school that will give you more money. At least it should be like 30%. Even 30% is alarming because your rent most likely will take about 30% of your salary as well. And you have other responsibilities. So if we see that you are not able to repay your loan, why should I grant you the visa? You are not going to come back.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So for using a student
Okay.
loan,
Well understood.
yeah, a huge part of it is the repayment plan. And then even while you are in school, who is paying the monthly repayment?
So while I'm in school, my dad will be the one paying the monthly repayment. That's $195.
That's not much, but how much is your dad making? I'm not asking you to state that right now, but these are things you want to consider because if somebody in Ghana is paying every month an amount in dollars, is it going to create financial burden, right? So those are the
Exactly.
things you should look at. Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
no problem. Suleiman, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, George, can you please start?
Okay. Sule, are you ready?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
Sule.
am.
Okay. Okay. So tell me about your program.
Okay. My program is business analytics, and business analytics is a professional program that has been designed to help businesses analyze data, make informed decision, and also help um, executive know what is going on in the business.
Okay, what would this program do for you?
This program would give me the skills, expertise, and the competence required to assume a senior business analytics role when I return back to when I complete my program. It will also help me to understand statistical modeling, visualization, and real-time analytics, in which would help me to be to understand better how to apply business analytics in solving problems.
Okay, so even before we progress, now you would go for a master's program mostly if you've identified a particular problem in the organization you currently work for, so that upon your return, you can use the knowledge gained to help combat or alleviate its repercussions or impact. But then if you say to the problems, what problems are you going to solve? So probably maybe there is a reduction in sales or there's a reduction in productivity. Therefore, this program will provide you with this substantial skills or so and so to help improve so and so using so and so techniques. You understand? So that we know that, oh, okay, so at the end of the program, you are going to help solve a particular problem that will increase sales or increase productivity. For that
Okay.
reason, the company will let you go out there to go for the master's degree. I don't know if you are getting the whole
Yes, yes,
explanation.
I did. Let me
Yeah,
mention
exactly.
something like that.
Good. So if you try to just incorporate this into your answer, I think it will make it more comprehensive and then simple enough. Okay. Okay. So let's proceed. Can you tell me about your school?
Okay. I'm going to I'm going to Suffolk University in Boston. Suffolk University is located in Boston. It has an average population of about 76,000, and sorry, I don't prepare for this I don't prepare for this question.
Exact. Okay. So you see, so you can see that you are not prepared for this question. Now, be open-minded. I always tell people that the visa interview is a communication. So even if you don't know a question, eh, at that particular instance, you should be able to craft something there and then. You understand?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
you should be able to create something there and then. The moment you expose yourself, it means you're not ready. You're
it
not prepared.
becomes okay.
Exactly. And then what you just did was too obvious that you are not ready. You aren't ready for the question. It means you have a preconceived line of questions that you are expected to be asked. So the moment there's a sway or there's a derailment, you find yourself wondering because you've not prepared for this question. However, we should be open-minded so that whatever angle the question comes from, we should be able to give a response to it. Are we there?
Yes, I
Exactly.
think I'll just
Okay. So
prepare
just
for that.
just put when is your interview?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Then this night, I beg don't sleep. I beg you.
No, I will.
Around
I will. I will.
around what time?
8.
8 a.m. Wow. So that's just this evening, just try and then put things together. So the questions that are usually going to be asked,
Yeah, I
what are you
think
doing here?
one other strategy too is like if they ask you a question and you don't know what to say, to put your thoughts together quickly, you be like, thank you for the question. While you are saying that, you are thinking about the answer before you be
Exactly.
like
Exactly.
thank you for your question. That time you have thought about then one or two, then you put it together.
I got that. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
It's good. Good. So how are you funding your education?
Okay. I have three different categories for my funding. I have a scholarship. I have a merit-based scholarship from my school, which is $20,000 to cover part of my funding and also some stipend. My aunt, who we are looking to establishing a business together, and also picked interest and really want me to go for this program. I've also dedicated about $15,000 for my funding, while I have also secured an Empower loan, $63,000 to also cover for the rest of the money.
So even before we continue, on your I-20, Do you have these 3 line items in terms of your sponsorship?
Yes, so I
Yeah.
tend to ask me that question. So on my I-20, I have the loan, I have the funding, but from my aunt side, I only have 7,000,
Exactly.
even though I
Exactly.
presented the. So I've been wondering which one should I say.
Good. Now,
The statement I have is 15,000, but on the I-20 is 7,220.
so I'm coming a minute. So on the I-20, you have 3 different sponsorships. That is the
Yes,
scholarship, your personal
yes,
funds, and then that is
yes.
the and then your
The
auntie's own.
loan. Yes,
So you have your auntie on the I-20.
yes,
Okay. So you have 3 sources of funding, right?
yes, yeah.
Good. Now you were asking something that the amount doesn't tally.
Yes, what I submitted as statement doesn't
Uh-huh.
tally with what I have on my I-20.
So on the I-20, what amount is there?
7,000 from my aunt, seven thousand
Oh
two
yeah.
twenty,
Okay. And then what is the amount on the bank statement?
15,000
Good.
dollars.
So it is good because if your auntie is to have a balance of 7,000 as a balance on her or in her account, there's no way she could be able to commit all her life savings to you for studies. You understand? So probably there should be extra, so that even if she
Yeah.
gives you that amount of money, she could still have something to fall on because you also have other responsibilities to cater for or to take care of. So that one it doesn't matter. What matters here most is
Okay.
because I think the huge or the chunk of your finances is going to be based on the Empower loan, right?
Yes. Yes.
Good. So the emphasis is supposed to be on how we are going to repay that loan. That is over the 10 years repayment period, as well as the monthly allowances or the monthly interest you are supposed to be paying. So that is
Okay.
where the focus should be, not necessarily on the amount your auntie is sponsoring you with, especially
Okay.
when the amount you have on her bank balance is more than what is on the I-20. That is good news.
Okay.
And then what you are supposed to be looking at now is how you are going to be paying for the loan. That is
Okay.
where
So
because uh
yeah, I
yes,
just
you
have
can.
a question.
Okay.
In my presentation, I mentioned that she was going to give me 15,000. Meanwhile, on the I-20, it's 7,220. So
Then you are supposed to
would it be
mention 7,000. That is what is
7,000?
captured on
Okay.
the I-20. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
They are
Okay.
going to
Okay.
they will deal with whatever you have on the
On the
I-20.
On the
I-20, yeah.
I-20.
Yes. So just
Okay.
state that
Okay.
amount.
That I
That's
was
all.
a bit confused.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
And then try and then find ways of putting how you are going to be repaying the loan. Because as Emmy was saying, when you are going with Empower or any of these loan agencies, your case is a little bit dicey. You understand because you have
Yeah.
yes, you have a particular um year period to be able to defray that deficit, to clear off that loan. And then the moment they realize you can't be able to pay the money when you return to Ghana, you'll be
They know you are
compelled to
not
stay in
coming
the
back.
US. It means you're not
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah.
You understand? So this evening, try and then craft something around the repayment structure so that it sounds
Okay. So
extremely convincing. You understand?
yeah. So
Because I always tell people that
what
at
I've
the
done.
yes, I always tell people that
Sorry.
at the embassy, yeah, I'm listening.
What I've done, maybe I can just give you that. If you can listen and then hear if it makes.
Oh, exactly. I'm open. So if you're done, you can just
Okay.
send me your a voice note or Emmy. I don't know if maybe Emmy will be busy, but you can just send me a voice note explaining that answer. If there are any editings or adjustments to be made, I'll just help. Okay, whilst
Oh,
you
okay.
prepare for tomorrow. I always tell people that the visa interview is a storytelling process. You're going to tell your
Yeah.
story, not document review. So whatever you're supposed to do to prevent them from even requesting documents, you should do it. Sound convincing. So that it wouldn't be like, okay, let me see her bank statement. We don't need bank
Mm,
statements there.
yeah, you
You understand?
convince the person not to
Just
request
convince the
for all
person.
of that.
That's all. And then you are good to go. Okay. So you just
All
just
right.
craft something this evening and then I'll be ready to help.
Thank you
Okay, George,
guys
how can I
so
connect with you?
So I are you on Emmy's page on Emmy's WhatsApp page?
No, I don't know of the WhatsApp. I only connect with her on Instagram.
Okay, so Emmy will give
Oh,
my
you are
number
the
to you.
one that texted me on Instagram.
Oh yes, yes, I needed this badly. I've been trying to join several, but I've been missing it, and I can't just go without the prep. So that was why I had to, ensure I meet up with this.
So
Funny enough, I
Emmy
thought
can
I'd
give
prepared.
Yeah, I'm
my number.
sharing the link to the WhatsApp on on the
Okay,
live. So
exactly.
if you are not also in the thing, then you can join.
Okay.
All right, you should have the WhatsApp link. All right, thank you guys so much. Thank you, George, so much for your assistance.
You, George.
Okay,
I'm
thank you.
going
You're
to,
welcome,
I
Emmy.
know I have to do something for you. It's a lot of things I have. And I have to go and call my mom because it's
I know.
8:30.
I
She
know.
will sleep. Otherwise, I would
Shoot,
have
shoot.
made you stayed on the coin and we just fix it.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday, I nearly texted that maybe I should send it, then you do it. But I'm like, I want to pay so that I know that at least you've done the
Okay.
application.
Sure.
So, I don't know.
So you
Today,
when you're done
today,
with
today.
the call, you can just
Okay,
text me.
if I'm done with my mom, I'll call.
Okay, sure.
I'll let you know on WhatsApp. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Sure.
Thank you guys so much for participating today. I wish you all the best if you are going for your interview this week. Next week, I'll be doing a live on Mondays. I actually, my only off day is Monday. So that's why I do the live on Mondays. And Monday, I have to cook, I have to clean, I have to do all of things. So it's like my time is really limited. If I go to work, by the time I come, Ghanaians are asleep. And me, myself, I'm so tired, I can't do a lot. That's why, like, if you send me a message, it takes forever. Yeah, but thank you all for joining today. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can connect with me on other social media platforms. I have different personalities on all those social media platforms, so you can just reach out to me. And if I see your message on time, I can be of assistance. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe as well. Bye. See you next week.
Bye.